Morning, guys. Welcome back to the Ahn Rho Project. This is the second installment of several live streams today, and I honestly don't know how many live streams I'm going to have. What you see, by the way, is just a window, and that's the thumbnail for today in the second live stream, because as you take a look in the title and as you see on the live stream, what I want to say really in this live stream is a lot of, I guess, behind the scenes stuff, and specifically in regards today as a sort of a marathon of sorts, and I'm going to be doing multiple live streams because honestly that's what needs to happen. I'm now at the breaking point. I've actually gone way past the breaking point, and there's just a lot of stuff that needs to get done, and it's imperative that I actually push out these live streams at the same time because it's important for me. And I think I've said this multiple times, in maybe about half a year ago. It was a recurrent theme in my introductions of my live stream. So today I'm going to start off in this second live stream with, again, what you see is what you get. We're going to talk about the marathon, about the premise behind it, but also a lot about behind the scenes stuff such as formatting and the way I'm going to change the title a little bit and what we intend on doing for today. All the live streams today and what's the recurrent theme about it. So it's going to be a little bit messy, I have to admit. I don't really have a layout and a script, so please bear with me. I know one thing that I do want to start off with in this marathon of live streaming for the day is that, first of all, I want to say that yes, I was late for live streaming for pretty much the entire week for the past actually couple weeks now. All these 3 months, in fact, I even fell off for some time. I didn't do live streaming at all. So today, in this second live stream, I want to say that, okay, I want to switch up. I had wanted to do this for a while now, but I wanted to switch up the introduction and put it somewhere else and put the take-home message at the beginning, since this is a real important thing to deliver for most of my live streams. And every time I do a live stream every morning, I always deliver the take-home message at the end. However, that's important, and it's too important to save for something that honestly is most people are never going to reach towards to. So what is the take-home message? Well, the take-home message is simply this. So before we're going to start the marathon, it's basically to take care of yourself, take care of your health, take care of your finances, your relationships, the people you care for, and take care of yourself most importantly, because only by becoming a strong, responsible, and disciplined individual are you capable of having anything of value to offer and contribute to the ones that you care or love for. And so this is not really a preachy sort of message. I hope it doesn't sound too much like that. What it really is, if you can't tell already, is me just saying this and trying to embody that within my behavior. I'm practicing it, and that's why I have to vocalize and verbally say it every single time I do a live stream. It's something that I'm trying to work into my daily regimen and the way I act and the way I think. So it's something that I've been trying to change. I know that most of my life I haven't been as strong as I needed to be. I wouldn't even say that I'm strong. Maybe I'm very weak, actually, in fact, and that's one of the main things I want to change about myself anyways. So with that being said, that is one of the core components of the take-home message. Another thing I would say on the same, point as that, to take care of yourself, to make sure that you are a strong, responsible individual, is that, when you're independent, of course, the people that care for you, they don't have to worry about you because you can manage yourself. And at that point, you need to understand, of course, that you can't take care of anyone else unless you can take care of yourself first. Otherwise, other people will have to put their own time, energy, and resources just to keep you afloat. And that is something that is a very miserable experience for most people, I would say. Although that's a vague generalization. I have no idea. There are people who actually just want to spoon feed and leech off of others. So that's a real phenomenon in life. But needless to say, that is the take-home message, at least in part. I will continue on with that by saying that, of course, that means that you have to focus all your time, attention, energy, and resources on things and activities and people that are important to you. Solve the problems and challenges in your life, the negative portions or component of life experiences, as well as the self-improvement process. Reach the heights and goals that you set for yourself. So these are the more positive experiences, both the positive and the negative. Of course, That means that, whatever health, whether they are physical or emotional or cognitive or mental health issues, take care of those things. I don't know what they are. Maybe you have severe money issues, you're a low income household, take care of that. Put your time, money, resources, and attention where they matter. If it's your own grandkids, if it's, I don't know who's watching, right? Maybe you want to become the next civil engineer. Maybe you want to become the next pediatrician. Maybe that's your dream career. Maybe you have obligations to fulfill, and that's why you're pursuing a certain type of career, so that you can pay and put food on the table for the ones that you care for. Keep doing what you do. Put your time, energy, attention, and resources where they matter most. And so that is also part of the take-home message. At that point at the end, I remember that about maybe 6 months ago, I used to always say that, of course, if you are to do that, even though I stream about 7 days a week, and typically it's supposed to be 3 to 5 a.m. in the morning, that was about 3 months ago, before I fell off and everything went to hell, and business, projects, volunteering, full-time employment, caregiving, relations, everything just went to shit, and I fell off schedule. But back then, I was able to push out my live streams 3 to 5 a.m. in the morning, and be right, before I went to work, and do some editing even, and upload them properly before I went to work. So I want to say, of course, with that being that, if you're going to, focus your energy and attention resources on things that matter most to you, that should mean that, I don't actually want you to come to my streams every single day. In fact, my recommendation at that time, and still to this point, I don't say it very often anymore, because I don't have the time to deliver the same take-home message. If it's going to be 10 minutes long every single day, it's a waste of my time. I'm just going to say it once right here for today's marathon, the way I used to, and say that basically, even though I stream 7 days a week, the point is that you should only drop in. My recommendation, if you actually find, first of all, only come to my streams if you find something of value. If you find it to be, I don't know, could it be inspirational to you? Maybe it's just relatable to you, and some of these experiences that you're going through, that I'm going through right now, that I'm trying to capture in this sort of time record, this project, 1,000 days till death. I'm about 300 days in. Maybe it's relatable to you. Maybe there's something here that maybe you find motivational or inspirational. Maybe you're just in a very depressed or anxious state of mind, in a very bad situation right now, and you just want to, I guess, binge on something that seems mildly relatable in sentiment. You're always welcome to, if you find that it's value, to drop in as often as you like, but my general recommendation is only once a week, because, like I said, focus your attention and energy where it matters most, and that is to better, constantly, continuously better yourself, dig yourself out of the rut that you may find yourself in, whether out of your own actions, or maybe it's out of, circumstances of life. Usually it's a mixture of both, your bad decisions as well as a mixture of just bad luck. It's a combination of those usually. But needless to say, and then of course there's the good things that you want to strive for, ambitions and goals and important objectives you set for yourself and the people around you. That's going to take a lot of time and energy and focus. So if you're going to do all of that, again, only once a week on your free time, maybe a Sunday morning when you're off work, drop into my live streams. Very simple. That was part of my take-home message as well. Another thing I will say, and I used to end off my live stream like this by saying, there's also another way I would, my take-home message, of course, would end off, the outro would be along the lines of basically, I hope this is it for today, and then we cover what to expect for the next live stream tomorrow morning, and then I would say, of course, that basically, I hope to see a better version of all of you as well as myself in the next live stream tomorrow morning. This is a self-improvement, self-therapeutic process, and so, of course, I don't expect actually anybody to show up to my streams, because it is a very tedious. I'm not covering entertaining things. I mean, sometimes it can be when I crack a joke here or there, but it's not the main theme. I do what I do. Oh, here's another thing I missed from take-home message, right? It's just, like I said, a huge mess. Another thing I missed from take-home message, I used to say all the time, in addition to all that stuff about, putting your time and energy where it matters, about, becoming strong and responsible individual and all that kind of stuff. I would, and all the examples I would give, I would also say that, of course, what I do on stream, and I can't believe I forgot to mention this as part of Take Home Message because it's so important, but really, what I do here on stream as a part of the Ahn Rho Project is, first and foremost for me, and I have no problems admitting and saying that out loud. And that's because, just I hope you share that same understanding. Like I said, if you're to become a strong, responsible individual and you need to focus your time and energy where it matters most, well, that's the same thing for me as well. I need to do what's best for me before I can actually help those around me. And sometimes, oftentimes, for example, right now, I don't have a choice but to help the people who are around me because they're about on almost like a life and death situation. And I don't get the luxury right now to afford to take care of myself first and then them. I have to take care of them and myself at the same time. And that's the huge, I guess, burden and responsibility that comes sometimes with a very broken and completely demented family dynamic, and in which case it's not a family, right? It's not a family. But needless to say, it's still my responsibility and my obligation to take care of the people who have at some point tried to provide for me. And so, with that being said, the Ahn Rho Project, anytime there are problems or issues, I cover everything is covered on stream here. Of course, the Ahn Rho Project is this self-therapeutic process and covers the good, the bad, and the ugly. That means, no matter how horrible it is, I still have to speak about it on stream. I say analogies are a part of the Ahn Rho Project to share the understanding of what I'm doing to all of the viewers who drop by. Well, basically, one of the main themes is that, if I were to look back on 30 years down the road, 20, 30 years down the road, if I'm still alive, I don't get run over by the bus tomorrow or struck by lightning or some shit like that, and I'm still alive, I can look back on how things have changed and how I've grown over time. And so, one of those things is to say that, I will continue to do what I do here, to watch, to change, to constantly improve on a daily basis, hourly basis, even if I can, a constant hundreds of thousands of iterations throughout the decades to change myself and become and reach the place that I need to be, to reach the heights that I've set for myself, so that I can actually carry myself as well as those around me who actually deserve my time. Not everyone is deserving of it, by the way. So, of course, that means what I do here on stream, I hold a steadfast conviction to always do it. This is my conviction. I do what's best for me. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. I will do what's best for me. I hope you share that understanding and that you do what's best for you first, so that you can actually provide for the people you care for, and then we work on outwards. That's what makes the most sense. So with that, or if it doesn't make sense to you yet, you'll find out through experience that unfortunately that is how things work, because you'll collapse under your own strain if you try to help other people and you can't even support yourself, and then you just become a part of the problem, and then it becomes a horrible cycle. So yeah, story of my demented situation, I suppose, with my predecessors. So with that being said, that is the take-home message, and take a look there's some stuff I wanted to talk about formatting, but I have about a minute left. So I was talking about, you take a look at the title, it says efficiency and formatting. The introduction, I wasn't able to cover it, but I guess the introduction is the take-home message, which ran on for about 15 minutes almost. But needless to say, last but not least, the introduction we'll have to save for another stream. But the formatting efficiency we can cover immediately right now. You take a look at the title, you see there's a whole bunch of garbled numbers. Well, guess what? They all mean something. So there's a bunch of different sub-series in the Ahn Rho Project, and for example, 1,000 Days Till Death. I track that by saying, every day is 0.1%, because 1,000 days, 3 years, 30 months. And so, to fix everything up and make things sensible so that I can actually fit a proper title that isn't too long, I had to shorten it. And so you take a look at the title, I have used emojis and removed some lettering compared to yesterday's stream and the previous stream before this, even just about 10 minutes ago. So that's some formatting changes that I may have to expound on and elaborate on in the next live stream. I don't know when, maybe in about a couple hours, because time is running out. This is it for this live stream. It's 14.5 minutes, so I got ended. With that being said, this is the Ahn Rho Project. See you in the next live stream. I don't know when that is. Take care and ciao. Marathon continues.